However, with social media becoming such a difficult conversation to have with mental health, it does still lead to the separation, which you, the listener, and now the viewer needs to understand on reasons why you maybe should disconnect. And sometimes we look at disconnecting as a hard thing to do. And for me personally, I love social media. It's my business. I've worked really hard at creating great photos, creating great content. And so like it's hard for me to disconnect, right? But sometimes we really truly need the disconnection. And so I want to give you some tips, some experiences that I've gone through that have helped me disconnect in little ways. And again, the small details will kind of change a lot. So one of my things is I turn off all notifications. So I try to not have any social media apps send me notifications, whether it's likes, follows, or whatever. I did that with Instagram about 3 or 4 years ago. So I don't get notifications from Instagram because it allows me to not check my phone as much. So I really enjoy it. So when someone messages me, someone likes something, I don't see it. I don't get the notification for it. So it doesn't make me check my phone as much. And again, making sure that these small details are taken care of so that you don't keep checking your phone, because once you're on your phone, I feel like that's where it leads to like I'm going to go on TikTok.
It's hard to
Right.
put it back down.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I feel like once you have it in your hand and you're scrolling, it's hard to
Like,
stop
oh,
scrolling.
I checked Facebook, now I gotta check Instagram. Oh, now I gotta check Twitter. Oh, now I gotta check my YouTube feed. Yeah.
I think the one thing that pisses me off is when I close a social media app and then I go straight back to that social
Dude, I
media
do that often. Oh my
I
god.
did that last night.
It's so
Yeah.
I was
annoying.
up till 5 in the morning, dude.
It's so
I feel
frustrating.
dumb.
It's so frustrating. Like, how did this happen? I was just off of this. But Shine, I know you have another tip that you could give to the listener and the viewer. What's your tip?
So when it comes to devices and, like whatever you use throughout the day, I tend to separate it. Like I have this studio room, I got my bedroom, and before I used to just have everything inside of my bedroom. My gaming console, my computer, my phone, everything. So I mean, for me, that really created like a mental clutter for myself. And, so every time that I went into my room, I would think, oh, like this is the place where I relax and it's the place where I study. This is the place where I get work done. And when you live life like that, things kind of cross into each other and, it doesn't really help you progress. You almost kind of like stunt your growth when it comes to things like that. So what I do now is like I have my computer here. I have the recording area here, just the studio. I try to come in here like not to relax, but to actually get some work done, and it really, when it comes to you and yourself, when you're trying to progress in something, you really need to separate that. And like I know you mentioned before this that when it comes to scrolling through social media, you want to leave it to one device, which I mean you should, because otherwise like every single device that you go on, it's not like mentally going to click with you that I'm supposed to be doing work.
Mhm.
It's just going to start being like I want to scroll through, I want to see what's up. And you can't really like set aside that separate time for yourself mentally with these other devices. Like if you're scrolling through Facebook on your computer, phone, on your iPad, whatever tablet you have, whatever other device, it's just like that's all you're going to see all of your devices as. So, I mean, it's good to categorize everything and kind of create this habit with all your different things, so you can kind of do little things here and there, but also be organized and not just have everything bunched in. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, really, you can't get anything done when it's
Yeah.
just all in one package.
When it's nice to you need to rewire your brain so that your brain doesn't when you have a TV and things like and distractions like that in your place where you're supposed to be sleeping, your brain thinks of it as like an activity rather than an area of where you need to get your rest. Um, as we talked about the disconnecting, using only one device for social media, I know you've had a lot of experience, Will, with doing that. Is there any tips, any advice that you would want to
Yeah,
give the listener and
definitely.
viewer?
That's a nice watch, by the way, bro. Like, I love
Thank you.
that. For me, I used to, have everything on my phone, and I kind of just switched it up to like I have my phone on me all the time, right? Everybody always has their phone on them, so it's easy at when you're bored, like we've talked about, to just pick up your phone and be able to check everything, or that's where you post everything, all that kind of stuff. So I moved all my social media. Things that I did, I actually went like kind of cold turkey on social media for a long time. I just deleted all the apps from my phone. I deleted Facebook from my phone. The only thing I have is Messenger just to communicate with people. That's generally my prime communication because I don't have iMessage because I'm lame. But um, so on my computer, that's where I will check Facebook if I ever need to, and I'm not even on my computer that often, so it also limits me to of checking it, every second of every day. Used to check Instagram and Twitter and stuff on there too, but that's like my place at home. So if I'm not home, I can't even check my social media. So I just leave it at that's where I would check it in my office. That's it.
See, that's the beautiful thing about these little details. Once small details start getting added in, they start leading to bigger and bigger steps, and for you to maybe realize that I need to disconnect more.